Hello there, my beautiful Virgos. Welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady. My name is Ariel, and today we're going to be getting into your new moon in Scorpio reading. This is also a mid-November check-in just to see how you guys are doing. So let's get into it, Virgo. Let's see what you got. Spirit, show us a Virgo for this new moon. That will be with us for November 13th at 4:27 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So do adjust your time zone wherever you may be in the world. But this promises to be a big time of transformation. We're going to do a past, present, future layout, guys. And it's going to be with the Moonology Oracle and also with the Tarot to get your messages today. Right, the energy is gaining momentum, Virgo. This is where you're coming from in the immediate past with this waxing moon vibration. So you guys have definitely been working, you've been planning, you've been getting things going. Definitely not sitting still. Let's get a clarifier on this card for you. And we have lots of changes in the environment here, Virgo, with this Thunder Moon card. So absolutely, I feel like you're going through quite a lot of shakeups, maybe even breakups for some of you, but mostly this is a lot of shift. And I feel like you might have even been sitting still for quite a while, or maybe wondering what was meant to come next, or you're just kind of like, oh, every day's the same, every day, same thing in and out, I'm just tired of it. And now things are really shaking up. You're coming from a place where things have been really moving, really shifting. So let's see what we have as we go into the proper new moon energy for you. I'll also point out that Scorpio is a very powerful sign for Virgo. It's a very healing, powerful dynamic that those two signs create between each other. So this is not a bad season for you. It really isn't. Even though it is intense, it absolutely is powerfully intense. And we have show the world the real you. So Virgo, it's time to shed any inhibitions. It's time to let go all of your self-doubts, fears, criticisms. I know that Virgo is such a sign of perfection. You always want to show your best face to the world, and you usually do. You almost always do. But this is really saying, don't be afraid to just let it all hang out. Be your true self. You don't have to apologize for being the true you. Full moon and Aquarius energy coming through with all of that Scorpio vibration. So that could be actually funny. That could be kind of entertaining to see you being your true self. But in the very best way. I really like it. I'm an Aquarius rising, so I'm all about being true to who you are. Let's get a clarifier on this for Virgo, please. And we do have, look at that, we talked about the extremes, the hot moon of extremes. So yes, you may be balancing maybe even two sides of yourself here, Virgo. Virgo is a dual sign. You are dualistic in nature. So you might actually feel like there's this more polished professional side of me, or there's just this more, friendly, open side of me. And sometimes maybe you feel like, there's only that one side that, you feel like people want from you, which can be really taxing. It can be really tough when you feel like people only want a certain version of you, and maybe the other side of yourself, which may be a little grumpier or a little more introverted or a little less, whatever it is, right? A little less polished. It's like there's nothing wrong with that side of you either. But you may feel kind of pushed between those two sides of yourself. Let's get into the future. Let's see how this one plays out for you. And nothing is yet set in stone here, Virgo. I like that mutable moon because you are a mutable sign and you are more flexible, right? You are more able to go with the flow. Out of all the mutable signs, I would say that Virgo probably has the hardest time with the flexibility part because you do like things a certain way many times. You get, kind of stuck in your groove. You kind of, like to know what to expect because you are an earth sign. You're very meticulous that way. But this is kind of saying, you don't have to be so stuck. You don't have to be so pegged into just one way of being. And I think that that's actually very freeing for you now, because I think you've almost been craving some shakeups and some changes. That's where you're coming from. That's what you go into this new moon middle of November with. It's like, let's have something different. Let's do something new. And look at that. Ooh, yeah, self-reflection. We talked about the dual nature of the sign of Virgo, and there you are, really, reflecting upon who you are. And like I said, there's these maybe 2 or even 3 sides, to your personality. We're all multifaceted. And so I feel like those different sides of yourself are being revealed to you throughout this transformative process of Scorpio season, this new moon in Scorpio. I think that you're really seeing deeper into your true self, your true nature, things that are important to you. And, I would say that, we all have different interests. I have a lot of different interests. It's not just, tarot and astrology all the time for me, believe it or not. So I think, with this reading, Virgo, what I'm seeing is that you are balancing, the different sides between yourself. It is time to be the true, unique you. And I think that the people that love you for the true you will always stick with you. If people, don't like that, or they can't accept that you have different sides of your personality and they fall away as a result, then they were just simply meant to go, right? But this is balancing all your different sides, all your ups and downs, all your extremes, and also just being very accepting of yourself as you discover more about you that you have not yet allowed to be expressed. Let's get some tarot on this to deepen up these messages for you. All right, the immediate past, we've got the Devil. That is Capricorn energy. And I would say this is actually perfect for this read, because to me, this is a card that can indicate that we have gotten into a rut, into a pattern, especially if it comes to work. Oh my goodness, because Capricorns are workaholics, and they can tend to be, really monotonous with it. Like, they don't require a lot of change, but they can really get trapped. They can really get stuck in just doing one thing over and over and over again, simply because it is comfortable. It's expected. Not many surprises there. So I feel like this is definitely, contributing to this message of sort of breaking through the change, breaking up the monotony, breaking up something that has just become sort of dull and sort of a pattern, and injecting some electricity, some new life into it. And yes, look at that, Knight of Wands. That's bursting free from some old pattern. For me, being a Capricorn, I don't hate the Devil card, because that's our own energy, but I absolutely understand where Capricorns can get really stuck in their ruts, right? And I feel like this is you breaking free from a rut. Knight of Wands, it's fiery, it's dynamic, it's loves adventure, it's Sagittarius energy. So I think that, literally you could look at this and say, if you just do nothing but work all the time, Virgo, it's definitely time for vacation, or definitely time to change some things up. Because you may be getting into the more negative side of just, doing the same thing every day. Let's get into the present energy of the new moon. Let's see how that is changing and rearranging you here. And look at that, Ten of Swords. So there's something coming to an end, some difficult cycle, maybe, challenging people, a challenging circumstance. It's just all come to a close. With the tens, it's always the end of a cycle, which could be a very difficult one, right? This could be something that was painful, or people that were difficult, or someone that just wasn't very nice to you, or very, honest. And the good thing about that is it's coming to a close. And something else I'm kind of sensing here, Virgo, is there may have been someone, because we've got that show the world the real you. I almost feel like, for some of you, not all, because these are general readings, but for some of you, there might have been someone that hid their real true self from you. And when you found out what they were really about, it wasn't very good. And it made you feel kind of stabbed in the back. So this could be, ending something there. We've also got the Page of Pentacles clarifying the Ten of Swords. It could have even, for some of you, been someone that you would hope to get into business with, or, were hoping to maybe join forces and it just didn't work out. And so it's kind of like now you're the one that's carrying through. You're the one that's going to, kind of leave that behind and do it yourself instead, which there's nothing wrong with. But I think the more that you just invest in yourself day by day with that card, the better it turns out, right? It's like this is really saying, focus on yourself, invest in your progress and your path forward, so that you can reap the good results of that. Let's get into the future here, Virgo. Let's see what we've got as we go through the rest of this November. And look at that. Yeah, this card, Kate, has been coming up in a lot of reads for the different signs for this time of the year. Nine of Pentacles is a power card for you, Virgo. It's absolutely aligned with your sign. To me, this is someone that's really, you go from that Page of Pentacles to this Nine of Pentacles very quickly. So, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever you're investing in, whatever you are doing, I feel like it turns out really well for you. This is you really reaping the rewards of your work, growing that garden, having good foresight, understanding, things coming in the future, and just feeling a whole lot better about where your path is leading you. Could be a little bit of chaos. There could be a little shakeup and, change and moving around to get there. But this is really a beautiful pathway. Really nice story that's unfolding here for you. And we've got, yes, the Five of Swords. Again, I feel like there's something where you've either left behind unscrupulous people, and I would absolutely advise you to not get involved with anyone like that in the future. They may pop up again. Or you may have other people pop up that are also very similar. And it could just be, the universe presenting that lesson again, saying, Virgo, have you learned to avoid, these ne'er-do-wells, these scoundrels in your life? And just making sure, you're still on track. But be very careful who you align yourself with. I feel like you're doing well. Whatever you're pursuing in your goals and your work and your personal development, it's all going really nicely for you as this month, develops. And as a result, I always say the brighter your light shines, the more bugs we attract. And so, get your fly swatter out. Virgo, that's what I would say with this. Because you may have people that are really not very honest, coming around saying, hey, Virgo, da, 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 but they're not good to get involved with. On the bottom, look at this. We've got Four of Pentacles and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Both are very Capricorn cards. We also had that Devil card, which is very Capricorn energy. And the way that I feel, the good qualities about Capricorn is that, we do have a good BS filter. We really do. We know if somebody is not being honest with us, especially when it comes to business and money, and we are very careful, very cautious. So I would say there is that underlying message there for you about being careful and cautious with your finances, your resources, and who you get into business with. So let's get a manifestation card and wrap this reading up for you. All right, Virgo, look at that. Yes, reveal what needs to be seen. And that is showing the world the true you. Yet again, revealing what needs to be seen. I think the more that you are true to yourself and you show that to the world, you're going to really, drive away the troublemakers. They're not going to want to deal with you because you're just too powerful, right? It's like, just burn that light brighter, right? Burn those bugs up. And reveal what needs to be seen, because Scorpio season, which we are in, check it out, is really a time of revealing secrets, mysteries, and things that are hidden. So Virgo, what a powerful reading. Very, very interesting stuff. Have an amazing new moon and the rest of your November, and I'll be seeing you all again soon. Take care.